Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Ask Dr. Mumbi. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? Happy New Year, family. I know this is not our new year, but because so many of us, literally billions of us, live in the lie of this being our New Year's. Unfortunately, it becomes our New Year's in terms of taking advantage of the group consciousness, being focused on this being a brand new season, to also use it the way you'd use a new moon, for example, to quantum leap yourself into the new for yourself. That's how the group and consciousness is used to benefit our lives, family. Stories for the day. Stories I'll actually cover on Dr. Mumbi's spiritual show, so please make sure you're subscribed to both. Special shout out to everyone that supports us on Patreon. Definitely consider supporting us on Patreon for as little as $5 a month, family. We are an ad-free channel where now YouTube has offered us to rejoin their payment thing, but we are transitioning out. There's some amazing things that will be happening on the Dr. Mumbi show this year and forward, so definitely make sure you're subscribed or connected to us in one way or another. Make sure you're in touch with us on Twitter. Make sure you're in touch with us on Instagram, because we share different information that we may not be able to share on this public platform. So family, what is coming for Africa in 2024? As usual, we've been praying it. We always start around September, where we start praying and meditating for the motherland, for the destiny of our nations, for the destiny of our people, that the highest will of the Most High, the Most High consciousness, the Most High love, the Most High God will manifest in our lives within this year, within the upcoming years, and within our lifetime. And there's a dream every time I petition the Most High for Mama Africa. There's a particular dream or story that comes to mind. And it's a conversation I had with someone at the beginning of 2023, where they were talking about, apparently this story appears in the Bible, but I'm not sure where. So if you know, please leave it in the comments before. I don't know if it's concerning David. I don't know if it's concerning, I'm not sure. Let me not even the fall of Jericho. I don't even know, family. But it talks of there being like a great, it might be the fall of the wall of Jericho or something like that, where, there was like this great, there was this war that was being fought, and 3 horsemen were sent into the desert to go to the nearest city to seek like reinforcements or something like that. Anyway, all of this is just the backhand of the story. I'm not even sure, so leave it in the comments. But the part that has just been in my brain like crazy is that when they entered the desert on their horses, they saw an oasis in the distance, like they could see signs of water. And in their minds, family, when they saw that water, they knew that there must be a city there. And because of this knowing, this unfavoring like faith of a mustard seed, like if there is an oasis there, we're going to find a city there and we're going to find people. Because of that intense, radical faith, as they were riding to the oasis, family, a city manifested. Full with people, with their stories, with their castles, with their with the city walls, like a city, because of their faith, because of that intense focus on their minds. There was no doubt in their minds that, is there a city there? Is there not there? Could there be? Could they be? Will there be friends? Will there be? None of that. It was an assurance that there is a city up ahead. And because of that faith, the city manifested. And I'm telling you, family, that story has hit me so deeply, because I feel like there is going to be a great move of the Most High. There is going to be a great move of the armies of heaven on behalf of Mama Africa. There's going to be a great move of the ancient ones and the ancestors. Only because there are those among us who are spiritual generals, who are chosen ones, who are the saviors of this narrative, the messiahs of this narrative, have such unfailing faith, like they know. They know. It's not even a matter of belief. It's not even, oh, please rescue Africa. They know. They've been shown visions. They visited it. They visited the new Africa. They partied in the new clubs of Africa. I mean, you know, they've seen it. They've traveled around. They've seen themselves in it. And they have such unwavering faith that a new Africa is on the horizon. And so for that reason alone, a new Africa will emerge in 2024. For that reason alone. Because if you have the faith of a mustard seed, you can tell a mountain to move to the ocean, and the mountain will move. With the faith of the same mustard seed, you can envision a city of gold up ahead, and it must manifest because of who you are. And so hold on to your faith. Hold on to those wild imaginations and out of this world dreams about what is coming to Africa. Because there is a great move that is getting ready to happen. And there's also something else. You see, like, they always talk about before the armies of heaven make a move on Mama Earth, before the armies of the Most High, or the army of, God, or before our great ancestors make a move, they send one of their own who will receive like a spiritual general. They send them here to come in. And once that general has anchored in, they can now command the angels to move on earth, to destroy, to restore, to shake up. And I am happy to report that at this time, family, not just one spiritual general is here, but several who are in command of the armies of heaven. And they are seeing a new Africa that must manifest. Because for them, it's not a belief. It's not I hope this happens. This is what I see. This is the Africa I'm experiencing. So it must manifest. And it is because of these secret generals. I don't know why I said secret. They're not really secret. They're spiritual generals. I being one of them. Because of anchoring in, we can now manifest that new Africa. Because if you look at the 3D world, which is written by the villain of our souls, you'll never see a new Africa. They'll never tell you. You'll never see it. You have to be moving spiritually now. You have to be connected to the ancestors. And they will share with you these secrets. They will share with you these great visions. But whether, and the reason, you know what? And I said this earlier, and it was not to offend anyone, but Mama Africa doesn't need you for the new Africa. But she would love it if you were there. Because enough chosen ones are now seeing. They're now there spiritually. They're walking on spiritually. That new Africa is there. Mentally, it has descended into the mental plane. With all the excitement and joy, it's descending into the emotional plane. And it will manifest. And we will see the beginnings of that manifestation as a mighty move of the Most High in 2024. And if you want to experience this, then you also need to move to that point of from believing, even if you maybe it's a bit hard for you to see it. Believe first. Connect to the ancestors and connect to the Most High, and they will transition you into knowing, into seeing and knowing what is coming. because those mighty generals have called in, have pulled that reality into this one. We are on a collision course with the greatest restoration and quantum leap of Mama Africa. Do not be left behind because you're ignorant, because you lack faith, because you've been so brainwashed that you believe Africa can never have a win. Africa can never be successful. Africa can never, whatever it is. It is your mind and your ignorance and your knowledge that will keep you from experiencing this. And if you're in the comments saying, no, but you're one of those people who aren't quite there yet. It's like when Elijah was with his sidekick. Is it Elijah, the great prophet Elijah? And there was a 3D army that was coming towards him. And at first he was panicking until his eye was opened. And he saw the 5D, 10D, 22D, the spiritual army that far outnumbered these physical things that were coming towards him. Or is it that he opened the eye of his sidekick to see as well and to know that they were not alone? So you need to open this. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then that means your first eye is still closed and you're still deeply controlled by the matrix and narrative of Babylon. But for all of you that see or know or want to see and know, prepare yourselves to experience such joy and celebration like you've never known in many seasons, in many recent reincarnations. Because a mighty move of the Most High and a mighty move of the angels and the archangels and the ancestors and the ancient ones is upon us. And it's not just one general who's going to be rolling out, it's several. But those are stories for other days. TUKO PAMOJA. To all the dispossessed youth of Africa, for perpetuation of communion with ancestral spirits through the fight for African freedom, and in the firm faith that the dead, the living, and the unborn will unite to build the destroyed shrines.